Hi, it's McColgan, and this is a response for the apps folder. Request by Ernie on what audio apps we use, just as a general request in fact. And so obviously Audioboo, we can put that one to the side, everyone knows we use that in abundance, probably the originator of all this kind of stuff. Anyway, what else do I use? Okay, so Downcast for listening to the Audioboos. Without Downcast, I guess we wouldn't have the availability through our days when we're on the move. So a brilliant, brilliant app. GarageBand, I sometimes do record into GarageBand, very occasionally, never on iOS, but on my Mac desktop. What I'll do is maybe directly record something in my iOS device, then use a line out, line in cable to put that into GarageBand, where I may edit. I very, very seldom do, but I will do if it's one of these contrived or compilations as we did in Octava, etc. So I will use GarageBand for that. And I will use an app called Von Bruno Mic, which is just a microphone app. But I've tried several and I found that the Von Bruno one is pretty damn good, and that's the one I stick with. Seems to be 100% stable, never had a problem with it, and good quality recordings through. So Von Bruno Mic. Voice Memo on the iPhone, which is basically the Apple supplied Apple app. Pretty good as well for just recording some stuff, and you can send that by email, which is really handy. You can send by email straight up to various places. Of course, Smart Recorder. Now I have two versions, but the one I use is a light one, which is has additional features than the basic free one. In fact, I think I actually got the light one for free for some reason or other. There is the paid version, which gives much more time, many more features, but I use the version 4 of the light, which is pretty good, and you can export by email, you can export to Box, Box.net, Dropbox. In fact, I think if I remember right, it has the most ways of exporting sound than any of the apps I've ever seen. Bostock Studio is a handy one. I usually use that for my musical interludes, but you can actually do it for anything. You don't need to put music in, you can just record it. And again, various ways of exporting. It's very handy for that. Well, I will use it for music compilations, etc. A great app, if you really want to edit your stuff on iOS devices, is Fire 2. Now, I'm not quite sure whether it's available for other devices apart from Apple. I think it is actually, but Fire 2 is actually a great app. Turn the phone on its side and you have an amazing set of editing tools, and I've never really got to the bottom of it, to be honest with you, but it is great. It's an excellent app. Have a look at that. It's really, really good. So I think that's all the apps I really do use. There are more on my phone, or more that I've already downloaded or paid for and have taken off my devices simply because the apps take up so much room. I can't remember all the ones I did use, but in regarding to the ones that I say I would use on a regular basis, that is my lot. I hope that helps, and interesting to hear what other people are putting up, what apps they use. Certainly I would definitely say that Smart Recorder is handy. You're limited to 3 minutes, by the way. Don't go a second over 3 minutes if you decide to use it. If you're on the free version and you go over 3 minutes by 1 second, you won't even be able to export it, and you won't be able to edit it. A real bug in that one for that, which I've actually been booed about. But having said that, if you know what you're doing and keep it below 3 minutes, then it's absolutely fine. I guess Bostock Studio, in the right hands, I guess you could do virtually anything with that app. It's brilliant. Okay, that's me. I think that's all the stuff I use, and I hope I can get this to you. I'm recording this on my iPhone 4S. I'm using the camera on video, and I'm going to try and do what Bernie Goldbach explained for me to do, to use one frame and strip the audio out. He didn't explain how I'm supposed to do that, but I'll find out, no doubt, or I'll just email him. Okay, that's for me. Bye for now.